Hi there, lovers of food. Whether it be chocolate, soft drinks, chips, or fast food, we have all had unhealthy eating vices that we eventually have to deal with. Even though we all have our guilty pleasures, some experts think there are specific foods you should give up right away. We'll discuss a few foods you should certainly stop eating in this video. Does the list include reduced fat peanut butter? How about fries with French fries? Is it necessary for me to cease consuming cheese now? We'll discuss all of this and more. Cheese that has been processed. Cheese that has been processed. We will begin with one that will cause division between people. After all, some people consume cheese at every meal. Cheese is healthy when consumed in moderation. All you need to do is ensure that you're making it correctly. In essence, processed cheese is a mass-produced, carefully designed product meant to be inexpensive and tasty. Fresh farm cheese is not the same as this. Processed cheese is mostly composed of food coloring, sugar, emulsifiers, saturated vegetable oil, extra sodium, and dairy byproducts. Filler used in the construction of these items gives them a texture and appearance similar to cheese. Experts advise against giving processed foods to your family and yourself. Rather, opt for genuine cheese. You must read the labels to ensure that your cheese only has a small amount of artificial ingredients and dairy. You should have a lot of nutrients in your cheese. The amount in one slice ought to be equivalent to that in a glass of milk. You can try some nutritious options including vegan dairy cheese, cottage cheese, mozzarella, and feta. Which kind of cheese do you prefer? Do you prefer to pair reduced fat peanut butter with a certain meal? Join the conversation with our Bestie community by leaving a remark below. Low-satin peanut butter. It seems sense that a lot of us have been consuming peanut butter since we were young. For protein and good fats, peanut butter is a great option. Selecting a low-fat choice, nevertheless, may come with certain drawbacks. Along with a lot of salt, some produced peanut butters contain hazardous compounds. Additionally, lower-fat versions of peanut butter usually have more sugar in them. This is the explanation for those who are curious about what happens to brands of peanut butter when they reduce the fat content. For the taste to be made up for, they have to add other unhealthy ingredients like sugar or corn syrup. Let's say your lunch consists of a delectable PB&J sandwich. You may consume far too many carbohydrates in one meal from the added sugar in the reduced fat peanut butter, jelly, and bread. Weight gain and increased blood sugar levels may follow from this. Regrettably, a lot of individuals still prefer reduced fat peanut butter than the nutritious variety. Consider yourself to be missing out? Make sure to click the subscribe button on the dairy-free coffee creamer to join our millions of viewers and receive updates on all of our amazing Bestie content. Dairy-free creamer for coffee. You absolutely need to know this if you enjoy coffee. Dairy-free creamers are contaminated with toxic hydrogenated oils. You should immediately cut them out of your diet. High fructose corn syrup is found in non-dairy liquid creamers and powdered creamers. This can increase liver fat, which can be detrimental to the liver. Additionally, they include artificial sweeteners, which have been linked to a variety of illnesses, including digestive issues. Excessive consumption of trans fat has been associated in research to a higher risk of heart disease and stroke. Hydrogenated vegetable oils have been shown in numerous studies to have negative effects on blood sugar management. It has been demonstrated that the trans fats in hydrogenated vegetable oil induce inflammation in the human body. Drink your coffee black if you're making it. Try almond, coconut, cashew, or oat milk, or organic creamers made from grass-fed cows, in place of your non-dairy creamer. Quick noodles. Quick noodles, sometimes known as fast noodles, are widely consumed worldwide. They simply require a few minutes to prepare and are very easy to make. Quick ramen noodles and other packaged foods lack the true antioxidants and phytochemicals that are good for your health, unlike complete, fresh meals. This is a useful generalization. Anything that is named instant is definitely something you should stay away from. The majority of the time, everything your body requires gets taken out of the food, including part of the fiber. In addition, there is a lot of sodium in instant noodles. Monosodium glutamate, MSG, which has its own set of problems, is present in them. For those who are unaware, it is a flavor enhancer that is utilized in culinary preparations. The issue is that we can't stop using this drug since it's addicting. Here's one more video you might enjoy before we continue. See the video to discover the top 13 anti-aging foods that everyone ought to consume. Returning to our discussion of the foods you should stay away from. Pastries, cakes, and biscuits. Pastries, cakes, and biscuits. You must consume these foods in moderation. Packaged versions usually include refined wheat flour, processed sugar, and extra fats. There are occasions when shortening, which has unhealthy trans fats, is utilized. Trans fats have been linked to poor cholesterol, inflammation, and heart disease. Although these candies are delightful, they are high in preservatives and empty calories. Specifically, shortening is high in calories and low in beneficial elements. Use healthy alternatives like coconut oil, avocado oil, or olive oil instead. If you have an insatiable appetite for dessert, choose dark chocolate, fresh fruit, or Greek yogurt. Compared to processed sugar-filled sweets, these are far healthier for you. Sugar-rich cereals for breakfast. Sugar-rich cereals for breakfast like peanut butter. Breakfast cereals were first exposed to most of us when we were young children. That affection is still there for a lot of us. If you're a Fruit Loops enthusiast, you should seriously consider how much you're consuming. Breakfast cereals with added sugar are not as healthy as you would imagine. Numerous well-known cereals attempt to capitalize on the newest eating craze or make extravagant health claims. The unfortunate thing about breakfast cereals is that consuming a lot of sugar, particularly first thing in the morning, increases the chance of developing type 2 diabetes, heart disease, obesity, and other chronic health issues. It may surprise you to learn that most cereals contain more sugar than candies and desserts. Perhaps the single most dangerous component of the modern diet is added sugar. The majority of individuals consume far too much of it. Fries with potato chips. Fries with potato chips. I'll admit that sometimes there's nothing better than a tiny bag of potato chips to satisfy my urge for a snack. That one bag, though, is how I try to wrap things up. Beyond that is going too far. White, whole potatoes are very nutrient-dense. That cannot be true, though, of chips and French fries. They have a lot of calories, but it's also incredibly simple to eat too many of them. Fries and chips have been associated with weight increase in several studies. High concentrations of acrylamides, or acrylamide, which are carcinogenic substances formed when potatoes are fried, baked, or roasted, may also be present in these dishes. Even though they taste great, chips have far too many calories in one serving. Normal potato chips include about 152 calories and 10 grams of fat per ounce. This implies that a small handful can cause you to consume more calories than 500. Try your hardest to exercise self-control and limit yourself to just one serving of chips if you have a hankering for them. Your body will appreciate it, and you'll also have a sense of empowerment. Low satiety yogurt. Low satiety yogurt. The health benefits of yogurt can be considerable. Nevertheless, the majority of brands seen in stores are harmful. Usually, they have a low fat content but a high sugar content to offset the flavor. Research indicates that items with the labels light or low fat could have more sugar content than ordinary varieties. Contrary to popular assumption, probiotics are not present in many yogurts. The majority of the germs are destroyed when they are repeatedly pasteurized. Full fat. Regular yogurt with live or active probiotics is an option. Purchase options related to cows that are fed grass whenever you can. Deep-fried foods. Deep-fried foods. First of all, before being fried, fried foods are frequently dusted with flour or batter. Foods that are cooked in oil absorb fat and lose water, adding to their calorie content. Because oils are utilized during frying, fried foods are high in fat, calories, and salt. Trans fat, which is present in many of these oils, can raise your bad cholesterol levels. Even if at first you might not think much of it, having high levels of poor cholesterol can lead to plaque buildup in your arteries. Atherosclerosis is the term for this process, which frequently results in heart disease. Even if there is a lot of junk food in our regular diet, you may still eat healthily if you stay away from the processed, high-sugar items mentioned above. In terms of health, you'll feel so much better. Would you like to continue the topic with a few more films about diets? What you should know is as follows. See the list of 9 things you should never consume. Alternatively, How about these 21 unhealthy foods that have no place in your kitchen? Feel free to click one. Alternatively, watch both to discover how making healthier eating choices might improve your health. How often do you eat these foods? Are you considering making cuts right now? Tell us in the comments section below.